Assalamu alaikum. Hi, Oracle Reiki Spiritual Healer. And so now we have an understanding of the frequencies that have been sent out to us in the music, in these movies, these people who are in our lives who are trying to emotionally control us, who are spiritually bankrupt, who are emotionally trying to attack us so that we give our gifts over to them freely, without a fight, without anything being said, so that they can control your finances, so that they can issue you your gifts that God has given you of your blessings. Because they cannot control you unless you give yourself over into what they want, over into them, over into their requests, their needs, their lies. Once you start pretending that you don't see these things in society going on in your house, then you have started to enter into the entity. Once you start to understand that you don't know right from wrong, once you start aligning with the misinterpretation of the books, where some people are attacked because they have spiritual knowledge that they could not erase out of society, so they will demonize it, and they will demonize the person. In many ways, this makes a lot of chosen ones, not want to stand up and use their gifts or fight. But the understanding that, we have the understanding of the wrath and punishment when you don't stand against evil, when you don't stand for truth, for the sake of God, when you do not fear God, when you do not teach this type of truth, that God gave the herbs and the remedies to certain prophets. So the narcissists will not have these types of healing methods. So therefore, they want to manipulate you. They have been using these frequencies in songs, in the movies, in order to manipulate you. So it's very imperative that we come together, because some of you chosen ones have some of this knowledge, the healing knowledge, how to heal these frequencies as men and women, as only the chosen ones will have. So when we are together and we are standing against negative energy together, men and women, then we cleanse these spiritual attacks from these religious narcissists and spiritual narcissists, from these people who want to take over your blessings and market your own blessings as their own, and siphon your energy by giving you nothing. They're very, aware of who you are. And they are aware of what they have put you through. But yet and still, they will ask you, about, how hard your life was. Talk to us. We want to know about the things that you had to do, that you had to go through. And again, once we have paid for their movies, once we have paid with our blood and our tears from their black magic attacks upon us, then we also have to understand that we have to stop that conversation from moving forward, because they absolutely know what they have done, who they have inserted into our lives, and why. The attacks upon our society, our people, it is by no coincidence. The foods, the hormonal imbalance, the cancer that has been inserted into our lives because of the attacks that are upon us. Yes, some of it has been inflicted by what our parents have allowed and integrated with the system in order to control our gifts, in order to control us at that very level that we would never be able to break out, mentally, or these spiritual attacks upon our health and upon our body. We would always be rejected. We would always, be enslaved either to them or the entity. This is why there has been a misunderstanding your entire life. This is why there has been smear campaigns and monitoring spirits upon the chosen ones all of their life. And a lot of you, again, have not been able to move forward in your life because a lot of your parents were rewarded by the entity to keep you, under control and at a lower level. And that's why, we are seeing them abandoned by the entity, because they were not strong enough to do that. They were not able to carry out the mission in which they had been given against our life. Some of you have had attempts upon your life. And when it gets to that level, again, you have to cleanse that negative energy, identify those persons who have sent those frequencies, and you have to move away from, that place, that home, or that land, those people, with the intentions of, once you move away, once you start cleansing that black magic, that black matter, that evil eye that they have sent to your food, once you start cleansing, it automatically returns back to sender. Once you start praying, once you start fasting, once your connection to God is intact, whether you are praying from the holy books, and again, I was praying from the Holy Bible first, but I strengthened it. I strengthened the shield by praying from the Holy Quran. So whatever books that God has sent down, it will act as a shield for you against these types of malevolent attacks in the way that it has acted as a shield for the prophets before you, for the chosen ones before you. And especially when you know who God is and you have been explained who God is at a very early age. So we have this understanding that we have always been under attack, and there are only certain ones of us, the black people, the melanated people, who have been under attack, who have been sent these types of spells in our lives. And some of our parents are in peril. They are being abandoned by the entity for being intertwined, for allowing the entity to attack the most vulnerable among us, the young people, the children, for misinterpreting the book, for sending the black matter, enforcing the black matter to our minds, by not spending the time, by not fighting and standing up in our homes. A lot of our parents have been abandoned by the entity because they are, at the center in the spiritual realm. They are on trial in the spiritual realm because they have integrated and knowingly integrated and withheld and misinterpreted, certain aspects of the holy books for material gain, for power, and not the type of power that the entity has, for worldly comforts and ease on the backs of the chosen ones. So as we have this type of understanding, then this negative energy can be cleansed. And I hope you received this message. You can reach out to me to cleanse this type of attack upon your life. You can book your one-on-one sessions with me. Like, share, and subscribe to all of my platforms. Donate to me. Please make sure that you're booking your life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions or your consultations so I can acclimate a gift to your situation. I thank all of you for your support. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.